Go! Did everyone for Cashmore.com? Because nothing makes you more excited. On today's video, I'll be giving my Misplay 6 years later overview. How much have I made? Why am I choosing to leave Misplay? And alternatives that are viable at the moment. And previews. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. I want to ask you a quick favor. If you like videos like this where I go over ways you can make extra money on the side by doing things like playing games on your mobile device, please give this video a like as it will get it in front of more people so they can take advantage of the information. And it does help us out with the good old YouTube algorithm, so thank you so much. Now, for those of you who are unaware, I'll give you a little quick synopsis. Mistplay is an app that pays you for installing through the app itself and then playing games on your mobile device based on time, meaning that the more you play, the more you earn, and you can use those earnings, in this case units, to purchase gift cards, or my preferred method of cash out, PayPal redemptions. Now, I've been using the app for 6 years now, so that's, I don't know what's the one thing I've been using for 6 years other than this and social media. But I have a lot of videos up on the subject, including a lot of tips and tricks, which are still valid to this day. So please give those videos a look if you want to learn more about the platform itself. But let's get something real quick. How much have I earned? And also, for those of you who don't know, I had an account at the very beginning, or like I said, over 6 years ago. And at that point, Misplay was still paying out based on PXP per minute. So depending on the level of your account, for instance, this one is level 35. In the initial account, I was over level 70, I believe. Uh, Now it's just, and if you install it, even in the last 2, 3 years, all you would have is just a flat out earnings per PXP per minute, which in essence is just how quickly you are earning experience points to your account, but also how quickly you can actually get units from the games you play. So let's take a look here. So with this account, because remember I had two, I had this my second one. The first one was just, it disappeared. I couldn't get Misplay to reopen it, so it's just gone into the ether. Maybe because it was a legacy account with the PXP per minute, like I mentioned. But that account is gone, and in that account I made about $310, quite a bit. And in this account, I made about $260, so $570 over a 6 year time frame. Now, it still ends up to a little bit under $100 a year, but when you consider that's just extra money that I've used for different purposes, including paying bills, beer money, and so on, it's actually not that bad when you consider that Misplay, to my knowledge, is one of the few companies slash apps that still pays you just for playtime. Well, I'll get into alternatives a little bit later. So overall, I'm definitely very satisfied with the amount I have made over the last 6 years. The reason why I am leaving now, and to preface this, nothing is permanent, right? I've also had this particular phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I've had this phone for almost exactly 2 years. It's been a long time since I've had a phone for that long. I actually don't even know if I ever have. I just saw the Galaxy S24 got announced today. Eesh, higher starting prices, so we'll see where my upgrade path takes me. But anyways, the reason why I am deciding to leave Misplay now is, as you can see right here, this is Marvel Snap. I definitely played the hell out of that. As you can see, the earnings is hyper, so 5 bubbles is the fastest speed possible. Yahtzee, I'm actually playing that with fetch rewards, so I'll get into that a little bit. But everything, almost everything else that you see here, and my Vegas slots, it's that high up in checkpoint because of the fact that I get real rewards from that. As you can look into my videos on the subject as well. But all of these payout speeds, or not even speeds, it's just that's not the speed, it's how many units it pays you. So 20 or 25 per checkpoint, which is incredibly low. See, I have one here for two. But before, like you saw with the first two games, it was five, 3.5. This one's for two, this one's for two. But when the payout is this low, it's not really worth it. And see, that's another good one, 3.5. But in my previous videos for tips and tricks, I always recommended you want to have at least, like, at the bare minimum two. Recommended about 2.5, 3, so it's worth your time, and to get a checkpoint 7, so that way your payout speed isn't like totally forked. But most of these, and even these new ones, every single thing is just showing a speed of fast, which isn't really fast, but it's just one. So the payout is incredibly low. And granted, you can supplement this with, if you see my previous videos on tips and tricks, with the daily tasks, which can give you a few extra units depending on what you do. But the referral program is still not the greatest, and because of the payout being so slow on these games, these new games, like it took me so long at the end of December to cash out. And last year I was making about 20 or 30 bucks, a minimum of 20 bucks per month through Misplay. But in December I only made 20 because at the end it took me almost 3 weeks to get to like cash out of 3,000 units. And I'll show you right here too. Uh, my streak ended at about 400, I think, 437 days in a row, and that's actually technically incorrect. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a day that I didn't load this up. I just must have like maybe one of my vacations I just forgot and I didn't fix the streak. But at this point, if all you're getting is one bubble like this or the speed of fast, it's not really worth your time. So that's why I am currently leaving Misplay. I will actually give it another shot once I get a new device. We'll see when that is. But for now, my alternative is this. This is Fetch Rewards, which is a receipt scanning app, but it has a play function now, which allows you to install and play games. It's the same format as TIV Arcade used to have. So you see right here, I've made 28,786 units, which equates to about 25 bucks if you waited that long to cash it out in about 3 weeks. So that's not about 2.5 weeks. Which is not bad at all. And the play here is tracked, but it's completely passive from what I can tell. So I'll make a more detailed video on this later. But see here, this is like a catalog of games to install. I'll go over point values later to see what's worth it. And then here are my apps. And then you can see here like how much is how much I've earned so far and what's the maximum. So I do have maxes or maximums. And here's the task. So it's just playing by time, and the time just increases as you progress. So far, and the payouts here take about 3 days, or the last one I did took 3 days. So it's not bad, and I know it pays. So that is one option for you guys. The other option I'm trying right now is actually purchase a separate phone just to try out more of these apps for you guys. So I got a OnePlus Nord, I think it's an N200, and I'm currently trying out Playtime Rewards with it. So I actually have cashed out twice, but it still shows as pending. So that's no fun. But we'll see. Like this is very like this play 4 minutes and earn $1. Like, well, I can't say that that is technically accurate, but uh, so far play speeds and everything as far as payouts seem pretty good. But this is more task based. So reach level 5 to get this, open the game up so many days, so on and so forth. So technically, if I cash out everything right now, I'd say I'm getting about I'll make about 40 bucks in about 3 weeks, which is actually not that bad. But both of my cash out, or my cash outs are both still pending, and my first one was 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna give them. I mean, I'll give them up to a month to see how this goes. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to make a video, and before that, it's not the best. So we'll see how that goes there as well. But that is it, there, guys. So far, it's pretty good. I'm gonna miss Misplay, I must say. It's gonna be sad to not be going on here every day, but uh, we will be looking for alternatives because I want to make sure that it's worth your guys' time if you're investing your time to get these payouts, and I want to make sure that the app pays. So for the moment, Fresh Rewards Play does pay. Referral program is pretty decent. I have my referral code on the Fetch Rewards video up as well. But that is it. Again, Misplay, leaving for now. It's not permanent. We'll see if it's worth my time if I get another device and I get more games with higher payouts. But that is it. Thank everybody so much for joining me. If you like what you've been seeing, please make sure you give it a little visit to the like, share, and subscribe buttons down below. Any questions, comments, post them in the comment section. I got to play some games, make some money, spend some money, see some money, don't get boned. Get boning.